Howdy y'all, Stock Warden here, back with another video. In today's video, we are looking at space exploration technologies, better known as SpaceX. The Elon Musk company finally went out public back on the 12th, which was last Friday. I tried to make a video over SpaceX to come out on Monday, but something ended up happening with my sound equipment. I don't know what got lost in translation from the recording into YouTube, but I ended up having to take down the video because it was pretty much, the sound was so bad you pretty much couldn't tell what I was saying. But I'm going to reiterate a lot of that along with some of the new stuff that has come in through today. So, as all of you know, SpaceX has been very sought after, and it's been waiting. People have been waiting a long time for it to finally jump into an IPO. So, because everybody believes it was going to be extremely valuable and underhyped, so they were looking at making a huge jump with this stock. So the initial offering, whenever the stock opened, it opened at $150 a share, which is where the bulk of everybody bought this stock. So whenever it first opened on Friday. Now, there's been a lot of yay and some nay on this stock. Even before it came out, there's been a lot of mixed reviews saying that the initial buyers are going to run it up, and then once everybody sells short, then the stock will actually come down and end where it should be. But needless to say, this stock ended up turning Elon into the world's first trillionaire practically in a matter of minutes. So it went from 150 and it ended up ending at 160. So that's definitely not too bad for its first day. Then, of course, back on Monday, the stock ended up closing even higher, where the stock ended up closing at 192, almost 200 a share. So that was a huge jump in percentage. And then on Tuesday, yesterday, they closed at 201, but they ended up hitting a high marker of 225. So that is definitely a major feat because within 3 days they have jumped and amassed a huge percentage increase. But as most people that watch the candles and see how the stocks end up moving, with how tall of a candle that this was for Tuesday, and it ended up closing lower than the bottom 25% of the day, having just a very small margin of growth, then they're looking at needing to have something to boost the stock on Wednesday for today to actually have that stock continue moving forward, going in this rapid upward trend before it starts either leveling off or dropping back down again. But the stock is extremely early on, so it is very, very volatile, and it's really and truly anybody's game at this point because playing a stock this early on, it really is just a gamble because the company is real, but at the same time, the company is also extremely hyped over its owner, Elon Musk. So can't ever forget that. But it also, starting out with a market cap of over $2 trillion, now the market cap is at $2.66 trillion, then that's going to keep this stock well above $100 a share. So even if it does dip, I couldn't really see it dipping below $100 a share, being at over $2.5 trillion market cap. But with all of that, with how fast SpaceX has climbed, the company has practically overtaken Amazon's market value. It's gotten so large. And SpaceX also said that it's planning on acquiring a software firm, Anisphere, for $60 billion in a bid to ramp up SpaceX's presence in the enterprise AI market. So that's going to be acquisition right off the bat, which is probably going to boost the stock some more and kind of help start holding a resistance line for the stock, or at least from what I'm seeing, not only with all the good news that's coming from SpaceX, but with them talking about expanding into a quote-unquote different sector within the same company. It's going to continue it's going to continue to hold its own at the minimum. So that's definitely something to be able to kind of watch out for and see. So especially now that the Iran peace talks are being talked about for the final signing to be done on Friday, oil is starting to tank, getting down into the low 80s. So hopefully within the next few weeks, gas prices will start to come down and the economy will continue to start moving along with the stock market in its entirety. Pretty much it doesn't matter what branch of stock that you have, whether it be SpaceX that you're taking a little bit of a gamble on where it's going to go, or if you are holding a lot of various stocks or money mutuals, things of that nature. So all of those stocks should start coming up across the board along with 401ks and things of that nature. So all of that's definitely going to be something awesome to see. So with all of that and SpaceX coming in at really and truly practically a prime time, then it's definitely showing very, very profitable for SpaceX. So it's going to continue, in my opinion, it's going to continue holding its own with everywhere that it's moving, along with all the hype for everybody that's trying to buy the stock up in the short term. So as it stands, if anybody bought in early on Friday, they would be looking really good right about now. So I definitely can say I personally did not buy into this stock right off the rip. I'm waiting to see kind of where it lands and where it's heading before I end up personally getting into it. So, and if you got into SpaceX and you jumped in on Friday, then drop that down in the comments below and let me know if you already bought SpaceX. So, and what your thoughts about the stock just opening and getting in on it early is doing for you. So, and with all that, that's all I have on SpaceX, but this is a stock that I am planning on continuing to cover to keep it into the fold, not only because it's a new stock, but also because there's a lot of moving parts that is going to be coming into this SpaceX technology corporation, because it's not only space and rockets, but with it being in the tech space and them talking about bringing AI into the situation, it's going to bring a whole new world of business opportunity for SpaceX in itself. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to not miss any more of the videos that I have on space exploration and also all the other stocks that I cover on this channel as well. So this is the Stock Warden riding off. So y'all come back now, you hear?